I think 444babygoat has a lot of potential, and he already has gotten his name out there a decent amount, with songs like Breathe and No Stopping getting over 200,000 views on SoundCloud alone. And although I think he has potential to become one of the biggest artists in this industry, the only way that's going to happen is if he really drops a whole lot more music videos, and if he tries to promote the music a whole lot more. I really do like this dude's sound. It's very melodic, but has very gritty lyrics that blend very nicely with the vocals. And it's a sound that would stick out compared to the music that we're getting nowadays, which is pretty much just Cardi colognes, if we're being honest. And I think it's something that this new wave of music consumers can actually enjoy.
Did back in 2019, I was stuck in the cell, mama dude trying to give me a lecture, but I had 1 minute left on the phone. She said, make me a prom, you gotta do better. We were just kicking the dough, trying to find me a pole. Remember we found out Beretta. Right after that I met Jocelyn, found out that she was a slut. What I do, I had love.
He has a way of being very relatable despite having street lyrics in his music, which makes him not very limited when it comes to his community as a whole. He's sort of like Polo G and Juice WRLD in that way. Polo G and Juice WRLD had no trouble going mainstream once they started to get a little bit of attention, and that's because their sound, their lyrics, and all that captured a wider audience. And 444babygoat has this type of sound, and I think if he was really on his grind, that he would pick up a lot of motion really fast, and his name would get out there a whole lot more than it currently is. And already he's doing pretty good, pulling in hundreds of thousands of viewers, and that's on top of dropping absolute bangers like Best Friend and Leave It Alone.
We used to fight all the shit that I seen, and the people that I went and met, it ain't nobody like me. Ayy, skirt off on the scene, in the 392 when I hit that bitch looking like little brother a savage, but thinking he wild. I ain't had shit to ride back to school, I was starving. If you talk about business, just know that I'm mine. I treat every gun like my best friend.
Growing up, babygoat was already surrounded by music. His dad managed multiple artists around the city, so it was only a matter of time before he grew up and tried it himself. Which, by the way, all the following information is coming from babygoat himself. We've been talking about making this video happen for quite a while now, but obviously I'm a lazy piece of shit and I took forever to get to it. But he recalls having to share a room with his sister growing up because his dad had his own studio. But it wasn't until around the 8th grade that he started to experiment with his music after a friend got him into it. This dude's name was 02X, who I believe was already making a decent amount of music at that time. I only found one that I believe to be his, but I haven't fact checked, so can't confirm. Regardless, they started to make music under a group called DMK, which I also could not find any music for as well. Let me know if any of y'all know. But since he didn't think his music was good enough and it wasn't pulling in much traction, he gave up for about 2 years. That was until he landed himself behind bars and ended up getting back into music. He was thrown into juvie for breaking into houses, so at that point he was using writing music as an escape. He ended up showing one of his homeboys from alternative school that ended up in juvie as well his music, and babygoat was told that he has a lot of potential. So in the summer of 2019, when he was released, he decided to go hard with the music. With his dad's connections in the music industry already, he was able to find a good producer and get to work. He would end up dropping a video on TikTok of him and a friend freestyling on a front porch.
They know what the fuck going on, whole lot of 3500 shit we all. Say you will put it on with the time you on the block, it when we gone. Not the trap won't say your name, if it about money, put us on. I'll be speaking on the game, ain't shooting shit, so stay at home. Double bag full of them comments, ain't get clout for what you doing. Even posted in your hood, won't take no picture where I'm at. Speaking facts, if he mad about that one, come get it back. Wrap it up, get it in blood, shoot a draw down with them slugs. Ain't more purpose, this shit up, come to the trap when we push up. I ain't beefing with no op, I drop the low like what you on. I been searching for these bitches, feel like Google, keep them crawling. I ain't trying to fucking slut, to see a slut, just give me dome. Mama tripping about the way I'm living, pray I make it home. Ain't fuck that green ass nigga, he powder. All get stepped on, Nike slide. But when you lose, you can't step on the side.
That's the first time that he ever got 100,000 views on anything, so it was a sign that he had to keep on dropping. Thankfully he did, because now he got songs like Breathe.
Caught her all lacking, he running aloud. But if fat, I caught her asthma attack, so I told him to breathe, breathe. Glock with a 30, that's all that a young nigga need.
Which is by far one of his best songs, and it performed very well. He is definitely one of the artists that I'm excited for going into 2025. And anyone who hasn't heard of 444babygoat, you should go check him out right now. I'd suggest you listen to Gemini, Die Yet, or Dark Room, or my all-time favorite, No Stopping. But I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for up-and-coming music. But with all that being said, I think I covered everything I wanted to. But do make sure to check out my Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. I have it linked down in the description below. We're trying to grow the Notorious family. Come along and join. Hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and make sure to go show love to 444babygoat for providing me with the information I used in this video. With all that being said, y'all stay safe, stay notorious. Peace out.